So the last part, officially the last part, I not try. Your patient guys move out. I'm sorry. I hope somebody achieved the moment to watch this part too. So I went for this fantastic theater and I get her address from a friend, a really good friend in Hungary, and the language of course was not a problem. And I was only there 3 times 3, 1 and 1 hour, so 3 hours. And she let me to talk. I could talk whatever I wanted. Of course, I was telling my whole lifetime story and all the time which I had to restart and how my ex could cheat me and blah 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 blah. And every session he finished with one question. And she was so great, this one question, which the task was only to think on it. I always knew the answer, and it makes me cry in one moment like crazy. Without almost, I could not cry for 10 years before. And I relieved because I have finally accepted an answer and I could finish this chapter of my life and looking forward. And it was so great. And I always, that was in the hometown of my grandmother, and I was staying there in that time. And my grandma said when I arrived, always crying, yeah, but I could tell them this. I guess it's really important to say someone who you accept like a professionalist. Because sure, my grandma, really intelligent, really loved me and really open-minded. Also, if she was already over 80, she's fantastic. But from her, I guess I could not get this relief and this ability to close the chapter because I could listen her, but like, yeah, you say that. But with the theater was great. So when I arrive back, I give me time for myself to find out what's now and also for my ex and finally we decide we live together, but I started to make changes in my life. Like I started to live like again like a woman, and in just that moment I have a school meeting from the high school in Budapest, in the capital city of Hungary. And the first time I dressed up again. Not completely, I only had a woman dress, a bag, high heel, and I makes my face, and so on like a woman. That was all, but I didn't make that for, 7 years. No, with Hungary, I won't 8, 9. Because the last time was one time I did for the 30th of my birthday, my 30th birthday party in Budapest time, I dressed up like a woman. Also in Hungary. And we married. I know it was a case again between friends, I mean my local friends. They could not accept the fact we not married because of love, but we really decided in that time, okay, we decided to live together. We both of us took the chance to find a partner who wants to be with us and live with us. It's really slight. And we know also if the other one wish, we separate in a moment. But it's a big help in Italy with bureaucracy, because before 7 years I was fighting for a main address here or other normal things like health insurance and so on, and it was not the problem I didn't want, so I couldn't pay. They didn't let me. It's a funny story. Italy. But with marriage, I could achieve all these things. I mean, which is normal for everyone, or most of the people take it like normal, to have a pension plan, to have health insurance, to able to vote. That's only an extra important for me, but these things was not possible for me before. And I told him I really tried. I made the uh, tax. I only know in German, sorry. So I declared my tax and so on, and I paid tax and whatever, and still I could not achieve that. So it was not enough to live here and work here officially. But with marriage, everything will organize, and it get a surprising effect. I was telling to my friends in an art exhibition which we was organizing here in Milan, and I have one transgender friend from Italy, a real Italian one, who asked me in that time why I'm starting the transition. Because here the state help us to pay, and help us with the process. I had no idea. I was not even thinking on transition before because I always thought it's not possible for me because I was always poor, basically. And in Hungary, you not even heard about these things. I was pretty middle-aged when I already have heard about these things, but before, not. It simply was an information which was not available in my country. And I thought, why not? I know I'm a woman, and if that's possible, I want to be a real woman. So I finally started relatively fast as soon as I could.